To teach my fellow classmates about my strategy, I figured that I would use a website that I use on a daily basis, Quizlet. I think it's a phenomenal program. You can use it for so many different things, but I think that you'll understand the strategy once I teach you a little bit about the program. I want to teach you how to sign up, so type in Quizlet into your search engine. It'll pop up right at the top. You can click on Sign Up. If you already have an account, go ahead and log in. If you're signing up for the first time, it's going to ask you a lot of questions. It's free to sign up. If you want the teacher account, it'll cost $25, which is well worth it. So it's going to ask you your birth date, your username, type in an email that you'd like to use, and a password that, of course, you're going to remember. Make sure that you agree, and go ahead and click on Sign Up. Once you log into Quizlet, this is what your home screen will look like. If you already set up things, of course, this is from my last activity of things that I've been creating on my own for all my different classes that I have. As you can see, there's sets and different things that you can add to your classes. Each class, I have 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. Some private students that I teach in my 3rd grade class. You can add anything to any of the classes that you want. So I'd like to show you a little information that I have in some of my classes. So I'm going to click on the 6th grade class, and as you can see, I've done a couple different projects in the last couple weeks and months. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the lines and spaces in my treble clef. This is for my piano classes in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but specifically 6th grade. So these are all cards that I made through images, and it gives the letter of each note on the staff on lines and spaces. The first one that you can study is the flashcards. Love using this as a great review for all the students. So that's a B. You can click on the back and you can see that it gives the answer. On the bottom you can click Next. It shows you that the image that I entered is an E, as you can see in the back. Now, it shows you a lot of different things on the top of Quizlet, so after the cards it has just a basic learn. You can type in the letters for the answer, same thing, A, clicking correct. And then the same thing when you go to the next one, you can run through it, that's a D, gives you the correct answer. Now the speller, this is an interesting one. It actually will say what it types, so for this one it really doesn't make much sense because it's flashcards, but of course if I heard it say C, which I did, I typed in C. Now, love giving the test. The tests are a great way to assess your students. You can run through different answers. You can run through multiple choices, the fill in the blanks and multiple choices. You can run through whether it be true or false, and then it can check your answers and see if you did it right. Now the best part about this is let's say you only want to make a specific type of test. You just want to do true and false. Then you can click on the true and false or just click on the matching, running through, create a new test. In the matching it sets it up. Only matching is being asked. Quick thing, easy way to assess your students. It's perfect for pre-assessments. Now all of our students, as we know, love to do some games while learning. This is a great one. Once you start the game, it's called Scatter. It shows you all these different letters and my musical staff. You can drag the letter to the musical staff. If it's right, it disappears, or you can take the picture and drag it to the letter. On the top area on the right side, it shows you your time, and you can kind of challenge your students by trying to beat their classmates' time. The second one is for the race. As it comes across the screen, you can type in the letter, and the sooner you type it in, the better your score will be. And it goes through, you can keep typing and just press simply the Enter button. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to create a set. Create a set is at the top, and when you click on it, it'll take you to create a new study set. I'm going to name this one Dynamics. Dynamics is going to be for teaching loud and soft to some of my students, and I would just set this one for something simple to begin in 3rd grade. The first thing that I would be teaching them is some easy words in Italian though. So the first one is forte. That's how it looks in Italian. You can actually choose to have it only do words in English, but for this one it does make sense that I actually change it to Italian. On the right hand side is going to be your definition. The definition for forte is loud. So I'll type in loud, and then I'll head over to do the next term. Now the next term I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to type forte in again, because not only is there a definition in English, there's also a symbol. And so for the symbol is an F, but the F that you see is not the F that I would see in music. It's going to look a little bit different. So I need to add an image. So to the right-hand side, I click on image. But before I click on image, I need to actually find that image. So I'm going to go online. I typed in Forte Dynamics images, and it came up right away. So easy, I found the one that I want, so I'm just going to save this to my computer desktop so that I have that image so that when I go back into my images in Quizlet, I can easily find the symbol that I'm looking for. So I pop back to Quizlet. I now actually click on the image button. After I've clicked on the image button, you can see that someone else already found the Forte symbol, but I want to still upload it from my own just to show you how easy it is. You can see it on my desktop. It's the image that I just saved. All I have to do is open it, and it will automatically put it into your definition, and it will resize it so that it will fit into the program. The next thing that's really awesome is that you can voice record yourself. This is great if you need help pronouncing a word. Of course, since this one is in Italian, this is going to be a huge help. All I have to do is hold down record, and it will say Forte. Now the student can also see the symbol, see the definition, and also hear what it's going to sound like. This is a great way to help out for if you're wanting those students to hear exactly how those pronunciations happen. All I would have to do is press create, and then would be there, and I could add it to any of my classes. But I'd like to show you what a finished one looks like. I did not write this one. I did a search for this one. This is Musical Dynamics written by another person, but you can do that because it is saved for the public to use. So all of these ones have been created by that person, and just like before, you can see the flashcards. Now she has them done opposite, where she wanted the very loud first, and then you had to give fortissimo, and I though want to switch that out, so I went over there and I had the Italian first, and then you can flip it so that the English is shown second. So since I've already spent the time teaching you how to create a set, I'd like you to see that you can see other people's sets that they have made public. This will save you a little bit of time, and I'm going to type in the word vocabulary just to show you some simple definitions with some words that these other classes have already worked on. I think this is an amazing tool that you could have your students studying at home. They could be studying at school. They could be studying before they read a book, whatever way that you want to have it set up. So this person, again, on the left-hand side has the words, on the right-hand side is the definition. Now, let's say you only want your students to study specific set of words. So if you click on the right-hand side, you can star specific ones that they want to work on. The other nice thing that you can do, you could do it in the flashcards again or play any of the games, but they can also listen to the words. Think about any word that a student is struggling with when they're trying to read it out loud or read it to themselves. You can press play and they can be heard. As I read through my Ellery book this week, I really felt that I could fall on the strategy of personalizing. I really try and make it personal to my students whenever they are trying to learn music. Even for the students that aren't interested in music, for general music, I try and make it so that it's easy enough to learn terms and understand so that there's not confusion and then they really hate what they're doing because they're not into it and they are highly confused. Quizlet has helped me out so much. I have these posted on my Edmodo account. I send them to my Quizlet. They play the games all the time to work on dynamics and reading notes and understanding terms that include time signatures and whatever else I might be teaching, intervals, types of music theory. This can be used for anything though, and I really think that by making it a strategy where you use it on a daily basis that's going to be able to listen to, they can study at home, study at school, they're going to be able to connect it and use it in their daily process of learning those new topics. I hope you've enjoyed this simple review on Quizlet, but I highly recommend using this program in your classroom to assist your students.